All right, guys, we're going to go over the guided practice, page 74. I asked you to do 1, 2, and 3. Let me give you the answers first. Yes, the answers were the answers were not in the back of the book for these, so let me read them to you anyways. Number 1, the answer is 170 students. Number 2, the answer is 38 students. And number 3 actually has 2 answers, because it's 2 parts. 6 miles and then 4 miles per hour. All right, let's just get right to it. Number 1, again, always read the problem through. Out of 30 students surveyed, 17 have a dog. Based on these results, predict how many of 300 students in the school have a dog. Okay, we read the problem. Great. What do we know? We know there are 30 students surveyed. We know that 17 students have a dog. And then we also know that we have 300 students at the end. Okay. So what do these numbers mean? We're also working with ratios. Okay. And if you remember, there was part to part, part to whole, right? Remember we talked about this lessons ago. I'm not going to review it now because should be a review. All right. We read the problem, and what's the problem asking? Predict how many of the 300 students in the school have a dog. Okay. As I said before, write down what it is you're comparing. What's the relationship we're talking about? Okay. In this case, we're talking about students with a dog, and then total students. Now, where did I get that? Where's my proof? It said in the very beginning, out of 30 students. So out of 30, if you can imagine, I'm not going to draw dots, 30 dots. So 30 dots, 30 students. And out of those 30, 17 have a dog. All right, so 17 students have a dog. We know that because it also says 17 have a dog. Again, take care of the English first. Don't just attack the numbers. Make sure you understand what's going on. Visualize it. So I'm imagining 30 students in my head. 17 of them have their dog to the side. Okay, I get it. I can see it. So 17 to 30. Then the question asks, well, if we have 300 students, how many people have dogs? Okay. I'm going to go kind of fast because this should be a review. And this isn't the only way to do it, by the way. But for me, it's the quickest. It may not even work out. All right. I notice I'm scaling up. I'm scaling up. Okay. Now, my question then is, how many groups of 30 can I make out of 300? So, I think I told you this. Maybe I didn't. If I didn't, I'm going to tell you right now. It's a division problem. Okay? We're making groups of 30, right? I'm going to rewrite this a little cleaner because I don't know. I'm making groups of 30. I can't make groups of 30 out of 3, but I can out of 30. How many times? I can make one group of 30. Again, 30 times 1, 30. I subtract, have nothing left. Bring down the 0. Okay, how many groups of 30 can I make out of nothing? Or 0? Well, 0. 30 times 0 gives me 0. I'm done. Sort of. All right, so 30 times 10 gives me 30. And like we said many, many times, ratios aren't fractions, but they behave like fractions, okay? Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator. 17 times 10. And trust me when I say this, it's 170. But that's not the answer. Again, you have to write a complete sentence. 170 what? What does that mean? That's what we're looking for, right? So then you have to write 170 students have dogs. And that's number 1. I realize I went kind of fast, but guys, this is review time. This is lesson 7 builds on lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you've been following along since day 1, you'll do fine. Okay? All right, we're going to work on number 2 now. Hope I have enough space here. Again, first thing you should do, read the problem. If 1 out of 12 students at a school share a locker, How many share a locker in a school of 456 students? Okay, I read the problem through. All right, what do I know? I know we have 12 students. My proof is in the word problem itself. It says 1 out of 12 students. Remember that word out of means out of total, okay? I'll put that on the side in case you forgot. Out of usually means total. So 1 out of 12 total students, right? And then I see that number 1, but what does that 1 mean? 1 student has a locker. But then it also says, oh, wait, we also have 456 students. Whoa, okay, students and students. It matches, right? Students to students. Something's going on here. There's a connection, obviously. So let's do the math. I'm going to switch page. And, like I said before, don't do any math until you understand what you're doing. Okay. So it looks like we're talking about students with a locker and then total students. Okay, so right off the bat, 1 out of 12. Think of that. The fraction bar kind of says out of 12. You think of it that way. 1 out of 12 students have a locker. All right. And then what's the question asking for? The question's asking for, well, if we have 456 students, again, students to students, you should see that from the other page, how many have a locker? Again, this ratio is continued. It's a relationship. Out of 12, 1 has a locker. So how many groups of 12 fit into 456? That'll tell us how many people have a locker. And again, it looks like I'm scaling up. Right? And like I just showed you before, this is really division. If you continue the idea, and where's my highlighter? Again, highlighters make things nice and handy, so okay. Yes, it's 12. You're dividing by 12. This is the divisor. That's the dividend. You can do this. You're making groups of 12. You're making groups of... Look at the big picture. Can you make groups of 12 out of 4? No. Can you make groups of 12 out of 45? Yes. How many? Now, I know one group gives me 12, 2 groups give me 24, 3 groups give me 36, 4 give me 48. I don't have enough of 48, right, to make groups equal groups of 12 to get to 48, but I can do 3. And I'll use a pen here. 3 times 12 is 36. Again, it's just multiplication. 3 times 12 is 36. 45 minus 36 is 9. I know there's regrouping, and by now you should already know how to do this. Prove it to yourself that 45 minus 36 is 9. I'm not making this up. All right, you bring down the 6. All right, how many groups of 12 can I make out of 96? 12 times what gives me 96? 12 times what gives me 96? Now, this is a times table issue. If you know your times tables, you know right away it's 8. 8 times 12 is 96. You have 0. That's the answer. Well, half the answer. You have to say what the number means. 38 what? Well, the original question was how many students have lockers? 38 students have lockers. All right, perfect. Guys, this is, you know this. You've seen it before. And ladies, I don't mean just guys, ladies out there too. You've seen this. You know how to do this. Just do it. Don't be afraid to do it. At least try. All right, number 3. Read the problem. Read it through. Sabrina jogged 2 miles in 30 minutes. At this rate, how far would she jog in 90 minutes? At what rate did she jog each hour? All right, let's do this. What do we know? We see the numbers 2 miles. We know we have a girl named Sabrina. I'll just draw a stick figure, no dress, no nothing, because girls don't have to wear dresses. So Sabrina, just so I know it's a girl, I think. I'm assuming it's a girl. I could be wrong. All right. She jogged, we know she jogged 2 miles. We also know she did this in 30 minutes. If you notice what I'm doing, I'm writing down all the numbers that I see, and I'm writing down the meaning for that number. And then we also have 90 minutes. All right. What's the relationship? What's the connection? Let me read this again. Sabrina jogged 2 miles in 30 minutes. 2 miles, 30 minutes. I just wrote it the way I read it. 2 miles in 30 minutes. All right. Great. But what's the question asking for? Actually, it's asking for 2 things. How far would she jog in 90 minutes? All right, that's fair. And of course, the other one is, at what rate did she jog each hour? We'll take care of that one in just a moment. All right, at this point, I notice I'm scaling up again. Right? This one I can do in my head, pretty fair. I mean, I can make 3 groups of 30 to get to 90, right? 30 plus 30 plus 30, that's 90. And again, whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. I have to multiply by the same factor, times 3. 2 times 3 is 6 miles. So in and again, that's just half the answer. You got to write a sentence now. In 90 minutes, she can jog. Mistakes. They're going to follow you no matter how hard you try, which is okay. In 90 minutes, she can jog 6 miles. All right, that's the first answer. The second one is, well, how much can she jog in an hour? All right, it sounds like we're looking for a unit rate, right? So let me set this up a little bit. We still have the 2 miles. .30 part. We still have that. But now it's asking, well, how far can this lady jog in 1 hour? Okay. Some of you might get stuck like, wait. I can't scale up. I could divide 30 by, divide 30 by 30 to get 1. But hold on, before you do anything else, again, understand the English first. I notice that we have minutes, but all of a sudden they're giving us hours. All right. I have 2 options here. Now, I know the connection between minutes and hours, right? 60 minutes is 1 hour, right? I could change this to an hour. 30 minutes is half an hour, 0.5 hours. Or I can change this to minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. That looks like it'll work for me. It's easy. Or easier. Okay? So, just checking something real fast. What time is it? Perfect. Perfect timing. All right. Let me show you what I mean. I can either do this. I can try and do 0.5 minutes to 1 hour. Or I can do 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Because again, 1 hour is 60 minutes. 0.5 minutes, right, is half hour. Now, hold on. I just saw my mistake. Because that didn't make any sense. Like, wait, 0.5 minutes? No. 0.5 hours. Again, the units have to match up. Hour to hour, minutes to minutes. 0.5 hour, half hour is 3 minutes. 1 hour is 60 minutes. Now, again, you choose what works for you. I'm going to go with the 60 minutes. I'm going to change the hour to minutes. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite this. All right. 60 minutes. Again, you might think this is what I'm saying. I can see where somebody would have divided by 30, divided this by 30, and then I can hear the questions. I don't get it. You're going to have a fraction 2 over 30, and then you're going to be confused. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't just attack the numbers. Take a moment, look at the English, make sure you understand the ideas first. But anyways, back to the work. All right, 30 minutes to 60 minutes. It looks like I am scaling up. And come on now, I think you guys can do this in your head. 30, I can make 2 groups of 30 to get to 60. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Multiply that by a factor 2. Now I have 4 miles. All right, but that's not the final answer. Like I said, you must write a complete sentence. So, in 1 hour, she can jog 4 miles. And that's it. Now, is this easy? No. Is it hard? No. Is it work? Yes. Guys, just do this. Try. Feel free to make mistakes. You know we'll go over it the next day. And in the discussion, but when you do the discussion homework tonight, ask questions. I will read them, and I'll try to address them next time I see you guys in class. Okay? But that's it, guys. Congratulations.